Hey crew, it's Pitt, and I'm back with today's Timeless Tarot for July the 19th of 2025. But it's a timeless message, so whenever it finds you is exactly when you were meant to find it. It is, however, a collective reading, and therefore not for everyone, even if you did happen to find it. If it's not for you, leave it in the spirit in which it was given, with love. We are going to be drawing 8 cards from the feminine deck, 8 cards from the masculine deck, so that we can get a better idea of what we need to be doing in order to manifest our highest timelines. I've already done a pre-shuffle and a meditation on the cards so that we can get the answer that we need in order to manifest our highest timeline in accordance with spirit. Starting with the base and the feminine deck, we have the moon in reverse. Into the sacral, we have the 7 of cups in reverse. Into the solar plexus, we have the Queen of Swords. In the heart, we have the Fool standing tall. In the throat, we are looking at the 9 of Swords. In the third eye, we are looking at the 4 of Cups in reverse. And in the crown, we are looking at the Knight of Wands, and then rounding out our feminine message with our base, our crown, our divine aura, is the Queen of Wands in reverse. Next up, we're going to be shuffling our masculine deck just a bit so that we can make sure that we're getting exactly the message that we are intended to get, and then we will see what actions we can take for each of these existing conditions so that we can better understand how to proceed about our day. All right, so now we're going to pull, and starting with the crown in the masculine, we have the 9 of Swords in reverse. In the third eye, we have the 5 of Pentacles. In the throat, we have the Page of Cups. In the heart, we are looking at the King of Pentacles. In the solar plexus, we have the Ace of Swords in the reverse. In the solar plexus, we have the Knight of Pentacles. In the base, we are looking at the 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. And on the bottom, rounding out our message from spirit today with actions that we can take in the divine level, is the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Let's dive into the reading. All right, so starting out at the base. The base is love and wrath. It is base existence. It is your home life. It is owning a home. It is having a job. It is buying food. It is doing all of the things necessary for a life here on earth. It is also the area of love and wrath, so you may be spending a little bit too much attention to someone, right, with love, and you could be holding on to anger and resentment, which is love unreturned. You have the moon in reverse. Now, the moon standing tall is about embracing the change, going out and finding the new path. We have the 2 towers guided by the moon. We have the 2 towers which you are supposed to walk between. One is light, one is dark. You're supposed to walk between. We have the 2 animals, right? These are a wolf and a dog, which is the domestic side and the wild side of things. And then coming out of the water, which is the safe space, we have a heavily armored creature, which is a crawfish, walking down the path between the bestial nature and the human nature, and between the light and the dark. This is a path right down the middle. What you have is a little bit of resistance to this change, right? This is what's the number on this one? That is 18. 18 is going to be understanding, right? This is understanding that you have to take the path forward. You're not, right? This is something about this you are resisting, or is not going in the manner that it is supposed to be. This is coming out of your comfort zone and moving along the path that you are meant to be upon. And you're not quite there yet. You're holding on to your comfort zone. You are a little bit too comfortable where you are. There needs to be some change, but you are not enacting it. What steps can you take? We have the 8 of Pentacles. Now, the 8 of Pentacles is the higher path, right? The 7 is the completion of the first path of the earth, which is body. Pentacles is body, earth. It is existence, the same way that the base is existence. It is all of the things that you accumulate, right? This is standing tall, working diligently. This is you have harvested your previous, and now you are investing in yourself, right? This is him doing his craft according to how he understands it, diligently working at it as he is supposed to be doing to become a master at it, in order to invest these returns that he has just got from his previous harvest into his next harvest. He comes to the realization, hey, there's a new path. I can do something more than just grind on this diligence. But you're not, right? You are still grinding on the old thing instead of accepting the new thing. It can be a process to accept new things. Sometimes it can be a little overwhelming. Whenever you step out of your comfort zone, you are fully armored up like the crawfish, but it can be a little bit intimidating to walk down that path. You need to start walking down the path. You are existing, you are doing something, you have a job, you have your home, you have something that you're grinding towards, but it's time to start looking for this new path, and you are resisting looking for this new path. That's going to bring us into the sacral. The sacral is where you have what you want, right? You have this job, you want that job. This is where that is. If you have, I want to start a new business, this is where that lives. If this is, I want to write a book, that's where this is. These are the things that you want to create in your life. Not necessarily what's already there, but the things that you want. It is also the area that governs love and chastity, so it may have something to do with a partner. It may have something to do with your love life. It may not. It may have something to do with you not having a love life, right? We have the Seven of Cups. Now, cups is emotional things. It is body, spirit. It is your interpersonal relationships. It is you fully functioning on a emotional level, right? That's what the cups represent. It is the things that you need to change in your emotions, in your interpersonal relationships. Now, the sacral is about interpersonal relationships as well, and you are not, right? You're in reverse. That means that there is something that you are not doing, something that you are resisting, something that is not happening in the manner that it is supposed to be happening. This is about temptations. If you see here, when it is standing tall, he's got 7 cups in front of him, and inside of each of those cups is one of the temptations of the world. Whether it is hope and despair, sloth and diligence, pride and humility, greed, charity, gluttony, temperance, lust, chastity, love, or wrath, it is represented by these 7 cups, and you have to make the choice, right? Are you choosing the virtue? Are you choosing the vice? Are you choosing the balance between them? This is about emotional balance, right? You are not emotionally balanced. There is something on the area of temptation that you are not seeing correctly, right? There may be a little bit of pride, there may be a little bit of arrogance, but more than likely this has to do with a personal relationship. So you are not embracing something to do with the personal relationship. This can be on a sexual level. It doesn't have to be. It can be business associations as well. But there is some kind of a temptation here, something that you are not embracing. So what is it you need to do in order to make progress? Right? And the 7 is about the harvest as well. You are not harvesting this. This is not coming to fruition. That is also along those lines. Next up is the Pentacles, right? The Knight of Pentacles. Now, the Knight is about the challenges that you are facing. It is going out to meet those challenges. He is riding a horse, but the horse isn't going anywhere. There's a little bit of a stagnant energy on this particular card. He is contemplating how he needs to meet the challenge. That may be exactly what you are doing, right? You're seeing the temptations possibly, but not understanding them. That could be this in reverse as well. This is about the body, the earth. This is the job or the physical generation, right? The love life, possibly, or a business partnership, possibly, because it is about the interpersonal connections. He's holding the pentacle. He knows something. He's just not sure how to put it into action quite yet. He is contemplating how to rise to meet the challenge, and that's what you've got to do. Think about how you're going to meet the challenge. This isn't even quite necessarily meeting that challenge yet. This is, how can I meet that challenge? And this again is on the higher level. This is 8 is you've realized the higher level. This is the challenge on that higher level. Next up, we're going to move to the solar plexus. This is the part where you really get your fuel. This is how you enable yourself to realize this desire to change this situation. And we've got the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is about Swords are soul, air, intellect. It's thoughts, it's ideas. You have an idea, you've got to nurture, right? The Queen is about nurturing. It is about overcoming those challenges of the night and really embracing the other side of it. Oh, I've already defeated this challenge. Let me now sit for just a minute before I reach full mastery and just feed the energy in, feed the nourishment in that I need to really grow this thing, right? You're growing an idea, and in order to do that, you've got to contemplate how to rise and meet this challenge. Confirming this with the actions that you can take, you've got a new idea, right? This is a new idea. Now, this may not be a new idea to you. This is a new idea to put into action. To overcome the challenge, you've got to figure out how to put it into action, and then you've got to actually start putting the energy into it, right? The solar plexus deals with energy. The Queen is about generation. You need to put the energy in order to generate, and that is contemplation. Now, this is in reverse, which means that you are not doing these things. You're not generating. You're not putting into action this plan. And we see that over here as well. There is something about the idea that you're still a little bit unclear about. There is still just a little bit of clarity that needs to come. This is the card of clarity. Oh, there's a path. Let me take this idea that I have and walk down this path. You're not quite there yet. There is something still that you have to unlock about this idea. You're not quite fully embracing it. You want to, but you're not quite there. Next is going to bring us into the heart. The heart ties together to the as below trinity with the as above trinity to enable manifestation. This is the area that governs greed and charity. Greed being the love of the earth, charity being the love of the spiritual. And you're supposed to walk in the middle, not give away everything and come and follow me, but rather have a few things, but not love those things, right? I like my house. I don't love my house. I like my possessions. I don't love my possessions. I could lose any one of them and it would be fine, right? I might get a little bit hurt about it, but I would get over it. It's not something that I have to have. I'm not all about the accumulation. That's greed. It's also not about giving away everything. You're supposed to have some things. And what you have here is the Fool. Now, some people look at the Fool as a foolish person, but he's not. This is the Traveler. This is the key to the entire tarot. This card is associated with every single one of the paths. This is the guy walking the path. This is you. You are fully equipped to go out into the world. If you see, he has his hobo's bag on his stick. That's all of his supplies. He has a guard dog at his feet, warning him of the cliff that he's about to walk off of. You may be about to walk off of a cliff, but it's the journey that you're taking. This big idea that you have that you need to nurture, that you've got to understand, you have to put in the energy for, right? This idea is going to put you into a new position. This is going to be something completely new in your life. You're about to unlock the key to all of the things, but it takes a little bit of effort. And to fully achieve this, what you're going to have to do is embrace this path fully, right? We have so many pentacles here, right? We have the Eight of Pentacles here. We have the Knight of Pentacles here. We have, what is this? This is the King of Pentacles. Oh, didn't we? Yeah, there's the 5 up here. And then we've got over here, we've got another one. And so the Pentacles, there is something about this path. Something is screaming to us, this is the correct path. If you want to be this Fool, you've got to master this path. The King is about the completion. It is literally the end of the path. You have mastered the path of the earth when you have the King. You're not quite there yet, but that is the goal. That is what you are trying to manifest. Your own path where you are in charge of things. And it will come true if you're putting in the energy, contemplating the idea, and then contemplating the idea. If you start putting this into practice in the way that it is intended to, it's going to happen. But once again, you're not quite there yet. There is something left to understand about this. But once you have this final key, you unlock the real key. You unlock the key to all the things. That's going to bring us into our throat. The throat is about communication. I grabbed the wrong card. The throat is about communication. This is about pride and humility. You may be taking a little bit too much pride in your work. you may not be taking enough pride, you may not be taking enough pride in your work. You should be proud of things, right? Not to the point of, I am the best in the world because I do this, but I did a good job. I really did a good job on that one. You should take pride in your work. You're diligent, right? Well, you need to be diligent. Or you're working on this and not looking at the new thing. If you put this energy into the new thing, then you will have something to be proud about. Now, we're looking at this is the 9, right? Yeah, the 9 of Swords. This is Swords is ideas, soul, air, ideas. The 9 is the choice. Now, whereas the 8 of Swords is about, hey, look, there's a choice over there. There's this idea. The same as the Ace on the repeat. This is the higher path choice of the idea. Now, this I call the PTSD card because it is dealing with past regrets. Your communication here, this issue that you're about to have with this is about communicating something that you regret in the past, right? This guy is the Master of Swords, right? He has finished the first path. He has defeated all of these people. He has his sword down here, and he is contemplating about all of the people that he's defeated. He is not entirely happy about it. He did what he had to do. He had to survive, right? This is his path. He was on this path of mastery. He was doing the thing, and now he's not so sure about it. There is something he regrets about this that you need to communicate. There is something you regret about this idea that you need to communicate. And we can see that you need to communicate it because we got the Page of Cups, right? Cups, emotional, the interpersonal relationships, right? Body, spirit. The Page is about understanding, right? This is about you have the new path, you choose the new path, you learn about the new path, then you understand the new path, and then you're ready to meet the challenge. This is understanding something on the emotional level. It probably has to do with whoever you need to communicate this regret about. Whatever it is about this idea, this person doesn't like it, right? You're not telling the truth about it. You're obfuscating something. You're being a little bit shady. You're not being fully open about what you need. You're regretting something. There is something about this idea that you're just not getting, and you need to, right? You need to understand this emotional problem, whatever it is, and communicate it. If you don't communicate this problem to whoever this important person is, this can be your spouse, it can be your business partner, it can be whoever you are dealing with in that particular manner, but this is you need to communicate. You need to communicate whatever it is you regret to whoever it is. Next up, we are looking at the third eye, which is where you see forward in your life, right? Where this is the things that you want. This is the idea that it came from, right? I want to start a new business. This was the idea for the business. I want a new house. This was the idea of where you want to live. Like, this is about you envisioning your future, the things that you want to bring into your life. We have the Four of Cups. Now, the Four of Cups is the card of regret for most people. It is understanding. Four is about understanding. This is about interpersonal relationships, emotions, and feelings. Once again, Cups is about feelings. And so what we see here when it is standing tall, he's got 3 cups in front of him, and he's got 1 cup coming out of nowhere, divinely handed to him in the back. But it's not being divinely handed to him. He is manifesting this, right? He has taken these 3 ingredients and combined them by manifestation into this cup that is happening. This is the understanding card. You understand how to manifest, and you're doing so. Except you're not, right? You are resisting it. There is something about your path forward that you are resisting. It's probably got to do with this miscommunication issue that you need to understand and communicate to the people. This is about understanding what is going on, and you're not doing it. So what can you do about that? You have to rise to meet the challenge, right? The 5 of Pentacles, once again, earth, your path. You have the 5. The 5 is about hardship. It is about challenge. It is about change, right? There is change coming. It can be challenging. There's a challenge coming. It can change things. Those two don't necessarily, it can be challenging without changing anything. It can change something with no challenge. But it is one of those two things. It is either change or challenge coming into your life. I'm assuming it's going to be a bit of a challenge because you're having the communication issue that you need to understand in order to get the emotions correctly so that you can get the idea into play, right? This is you not manifesting because you're not meeting this challenge. Now, I know this is standing right, but this is the action that you need to take. You need to take the action to meet the challenge. To understand, yes, there is this challenge, and you can manifest if you meet it. And if you make the communication, understand the problem, and start acting on the idea, you can meet the challenge. You can overcome this. This is a hardship card. It may be a little bit hard, right? You see the guy, he's crippled, and this one's lame, right? Or bundled up. They're old. It's the middle of winter. They're outside of the building. They're paupers. They're beggars. There's a lot of challenge on the earthly plane. You can rise to meet this challenge. In order to do so, how are we going to look at our the area we feel responsible for? Now, the crown is where you interpret how the divine talks to you, whatever method that you happen to use. This is the area of hope and despair, right? The third eye, let's hit that real quick. This is sloth and diligence, right? You are either working hard or you're not. This says that you're working hard on the wrong project. This says that you don't understand the temptations in order to put the idea into place. This says that you need to nurture the idea in order to put this new path into play. To embrace this key, you have to communicate. You're being a little bit slothful about it, right? That's what this is indicating. You need to take this action to manifest and rise to this challenge. You're not quite doing it. You're being a little slothful. The crown is hope and despair, right? This is depression is despair. Mania is a good counterpoint to that on the hope side, right? Everything goes right. Everything's perfect. You're supposed to be balanced, right? Be hopeful. I want this thing to happen. Be okay with it if it doesn't. You have the Knight of Wands. Wands is spirit, fire, change, light, logos. This is all about the change. The Knight of Wands is about rising to meet the challenge. You see this one? He is on a horse that is charging. This other knight, he was contemplating. This one is taking action in the area of hope and despair. If you are wanting to fully realize, you have to meet the challenge. Meet the challenge, right? Meet the challenge on the energetic level, on the spiritual level. This is your interpretation of the divine. God is calling me to do this thing. I need to actually do it. And in order to take the steps in order to do so, what do we have to clarify? The Nine of Swords in reverse. You shouldn't feel the regret for this. You should feel the regret for this. You should tell somebody, right, why you're not, right, whatever it is that you are resisting talking to this person about, and it is obvious that you have a resistance to talking to someone about this particular subject for whatever reason. You don't have to be scared about it, right? You need to communicate it. You have the regret. You need to communicate it. But it's going to work out. This is embracing the challenge is going to lead to a better turnout, right? You're not going to have the PTSD. You're not going to have the regrets once you communicate about the issue. So get out there and communicate about it to whoever it is that you need to communicate about it. Tell them the story, whatever it happens to be. And if you want to embrace what you have coming to you, which is the key to all things, right? This is a really good heart. So directly from the divine, the feminine is telling us, nurture this, right? This is the change, right? But you're not doing it. This is the Queen of Wands in the reverse. The Queen is about overcoming the challenge. You're not there. It is about nurturing the things that you are working on. Now, this is nurturing the change because it is dealing with the wands. Wands is spirit, fire, light, life, logos. And so you're not quite doing that. You're not quite putting that energy into it. You're not quite nurturing the change, right? That's what's happening right now. You're not doing it. That's what the feminine is telling us. What does the masculine tell us? The steps that we need to take is the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, right? Now, 10s are learning the new path. This is the new path of the earth, right? This is being on the higher path. You've made the choice. Now you need to put it into action. You're not quite there yet. We've gotten that all the way through the reading. There is something left to do, right? Now this, the 10 of Pentacles, this is a wonderful card. This is the card of generational wealth. This is the card of, I've got all of the things that I want, right? He's got a spouse. He's got children. He's got a city. This is his home back here. This archway. Like, he's got all of the things. This is generational wealth. This is the outcome if you put all of the rest of the stuff in there. If you do what you're being told to do, have this tough conversation. Think about it, right? Before you have the conversation, think about it. Make sure that you know exactly that you're talking about the right issue. But you already do know. You already know exactly what you need to be talking about. You already know what it is that's holding you up. And nobody can put it into action but you. Nobody can actually take the steps to improve your life other than you. And if you really, really want to improve your life, what you're going to have to do is put it into action. You're going to have to start taking the steps to do the thing that you want to do in your life. Right? Nobody else is going to come in. God is telling you, or the Spirit is telling you, or the Creator is telling you, however you refer to it, right? You need to make this communication happen. You don't want to. You are resisting it greatly, but you need to make it happen. If you want to be able to do the nurturing of this change and to receive this generational wealth, right? This isn't about you. This is about your children and your grandchildren. Do you really want to change their life so they don't have to struggle as hard? That's what you're trying to put into action. That's what you need to embrace. That's the change that you need to nurture. Hopefully, I brought a little bit of enlightenment and not too much confusion. And if you like what I'm doing over here, let me know down below. Give me a like, a share, a follow, throw me a comment. If you agree or disagree with anything that was said, put it in the box down below. And if it remains respectful, it gets to remain up. If you are a reader who has a different interpretation, you are more than welcome to leave it in the box as well. If you really like what I'm doing, hit me with that super thanks. Consider joining for a membership or picking up a copy of my book where I teach you to do magic responsibly. To the crew, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate every single minute that you are here with me, and I am praying for you every single day. Until next time, I love you. God loves you. You are perfect, whole, and complete, just the way that you are. And this has been Pitt's Take. Peace.